Imagine a coin that could transform your life overnight, a tiny piece of history sitting in your drawer, waiting to make you a millionaire. Yes, a simple 2002 D mint mark Monticello nickel. Sounds unbelievable, right? But what if I told you that one of these rare coins has been sold for an astonishing $1.4 million? Are you sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it? Equals, or, as my grandma would say, who needs a genie when your spare change is granting wishes? But seriously, let's dive in. Before we dive into the exciting details, let's set the stage. You might think, a nickel? Worth $1.4 million? That sounds absurd. And yet, rare coins like the 2002 D mint mark Monticello nickel have defied all odds at auctions. Why? Because of their rarity, their story, and yes, because someone was smart enough to recognize their hidden value. But what makes this particular nickel so unique? What separates it from the billions of nickels jingling in pockets across America? Stick with me, because the answer might just change your life. Let's get into the nuts and bolts. The 2002 D mint mark Monticello nickel became legendary not just because it's rare but because of key features that make it an outlier. First, the mint mark. The D indicates it was minted in Denver. But it's not just any 2002 D nickel, it has a unique flaw, a striking error that collectors go wild for. Now, you might be wondering, how do you even spot an error nickel? Do you need a PhD in coinology? Spoiler alert, no, you don't. You just need your eyes, patience, and maybe a little luck. Here's the thing, these nickels are so subtle that 99.9% of people miss them. Imagine throwing away $1.4 million because you didn't take a second look at your spare change. Scary thought, isn't it? Equals, but don't worry. That doesn't have to be you. With the right know-how, you can identify these rare coins in cash in big time. I'll show you how to recognize the signs, so you're not leaving life-changing money on the table. Now, why is this nickel worth $1.4 million? It all boils down to supply and demand. Collectors seek coins with errors because they tell a story, an accidental masterpiece. In the case of the 2002 D Monticello nickel, it's the double die error and other minting imperfections that make it one of a kind. But here's the twist, this isn't the only coin worth millions. In fact, some pennies, dimes, and even quarters could be hiding in your change right now with values that would blow your mind. Stay tuned for more examples that might surprise you. So, how can you start hunting for these treasures? Here's a quick guide, check the mint mark. Always look for the D or S, these often signify smaller mint batches, inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass to spot double die strikes or other imperfections, research online. Platforms like eBay or professional auction sites can give you an idea of what collectors are paying. Pattern interrupt, light humor of course, if you find a nickel with an actual gold nugget attached, call me first. Your journey could start today. Imagine discovering that your forgotten jar of coins is the key to the lifestyle you've always dreamed of, a life free from financial stress, full of possibilities. So, here's your next step. Don't let procrastination rob you of an opportunity. Check your coins, do your research, and start today. Because someone out there just turned a nickel into $1.4 million. And who knows? The next millionaire collector might just be you. Subscribe for more secrets on rare coins and hidden treasures. Your dream life could be one nickel away. You stumble across an old nickel, one you've probably overlooked 1,000 times. But this time, it's different. This nickel could be worth over $1.30 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1996 P. Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel could turn your loose change into a life-changing fortune. But here's the kicker, most people don't even know they have it. Now, before you start digging through couch cushions like a mad scientist, let me ask, what if I told you this coin could be sitting quietly in a dusty drawer, or even your pocket right now? Stick with me for the next 10 minutes as we uncover what makes this nickel so extraordinary, why it's worth millions, and how you can find out if you're holding the golden ticket to a wealthy lifestyle. To truly understand why this nickel is so valuable, we need to rewind the clock to 1996. This was a year of incredible innovation, political shifts, and, unbeknownst to most, a hidden treasure minted into circulation. The 1996 P. Monticello nickel bears the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, but there's more to it than meets the eye. You see, a microscopic error, an error so rare it slipped through the cracks at the US Mint, catapulted this coin into legendary status. But what is this mysterious error, and how did it make one nickel worth more than some luxury homes? Hold that thought. The answer lies in the coin's reverse side. Look closely at Monticello Jefferson's iconic estate. On these rare nickels, there's a nearly invisible misalignment in the minting, coupled with a unique die clash error. This error, combined with its near-pristine condition, is what sets it apart. A collector recently paid over $1.3 million for this exact coin at an auction. Now, let me ask you, what if you had one of these nickels but didn't know its value? Would you accidentally spend it on a pack of gum, letting someone else claim your fortune? Scary thought, right? And before you say, "Oh, I'd never let that happen," let me remind you, how many times have you handed over loose change without a second glance? Exactly. Let's keep going. So, how can you find out if you're holding this million-dollar marvel? It starts with action. Step 1. Check every 1996 nickel for a small P mint mark on the obverse, right next to Jefferson's profile. That indicates it was minted in Philadelphia. Step 2. Inspect the coin's condition. The fewer scratches and wear marks, the more valuable it is. Serious collectors crave pristine examples. Step 3. Look for the telltale Monticello misalignment or die clash on the reverse side. If you're unsure, consult a trusted coin appraiser or use a magnification tool to inspect the details. Finding this coin could mean no more endless 9-to-5 grind, no more stressing over bills, and no more dreaming about a better life. It becomes your reality. But here's the thing, time is ticking. Rare coins like these are only getting harder to find. Right now, collectors are scouring every nook and cranny to track down this elusive nickel. Could it be hiding in your pocket, waiting for you to discover it? Don't wait for someone else to seize this golden, or should I say, nickel-plated opportunity. Start searching today, and if you're serious about uncovering other rare coins worth thousands, or even millions, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. This is your ticket to learning the secrets of rare coin wealth and transforming your life, one coin at a time. How would you feel if I told you a tiny piece of metal hiding in your pocket or drawer could change your life forever? Could a simple nickel be your golden ticket to a wealthy lifestyle? One man's 1990 P. Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel sold for an eye-popping $1.2 million, and this rare coin might just be sitting in your loose change right now. But wait, don't run to your piggy bank just yet. Because in this video, we'll uncover the hidden secrets behind this million-dollar coin, the surprising story of how it earned its fortune, and how you can spot one yourself. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and you might just find yourself holding a fortune in your hands. Let me take you back to the year 1990, a time when cell phones were the size of bricks, the internet was still a baby, and gas cost $1.15 a gallon. Among all that, something incredible was quietly happening at the Philadelphia Mint. A batch of Jefferson nickels was being struck, but in a twist of fate, one coin emerged different from the rest. It carried a minting error, making it the equivalent of a priceless diamond in the coin world. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, "A nickel is a nickel," let me hit you with this. The specific error on this coin was so rare that experts claim fewer than 5 may even exist today. So, what made it worth $1.2 million? Here's the thing. Not everyone even knows what to look for, and people have unknowingly spent fortunes on coffee, groceries, or toll booths. Could you have made the same mistake? Let's dive into the details. What made this 1990 P. Monticello nickel so special? It all comes down to a critical flaw. The coin in question had a weakly struck Monticello building design, but what really set it apart was an unusual, almost ghostly P mint mark. Experts describe this error as struck through grease, which means the die used to mint the coin wasn't properly cleaned. Here's where it gets interesting and a bit ironic. Errors like these often went unnoticed because they looked cheap. People simply dismissed them as factory defects. But collectors? Oh, they see treasure where others see trash. A quirky animation shows a cartoon man accidentally spending his rare nickel on a soda machine. Can you imagine handing over $1 million coin for a can of soda? That's the kind of mistake that would keep me awake for years. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but why is it worth so much? Great question. The answer lies in supply and demand. There are only a handful of these coins known to exist, and collectors are willing to pay jaw-dropping sums for them. In fact, one such nickel went to auction and smashed records with its $1.2 million price tag. Which brings us to the burning question: how do you know if you have one? Don't worry, I've got you covered, but first, there's something else you need to know. Alright, here's the moment you've been waiting for: how to tell if your nickel is the jackpot. Grab your coins and follow these steps carefully. On the front of the coin, above Monticello, you should see a faint but visible P mint mark. If it's missing or looks unusual, your heart should be racing right about now. Look closely. Does the design appear faint, weakly struck, or uneven? This is the hallmark of the rare error. If you're still unsure, a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can reveal details the naked eye can't see. Now, before you get dollar signs in your eyes, remember, condition matters. Even the tiniest scratch could reduce its value. So, how do you sell one of these rare treasures without getting scammed? Let's talk strategy. First, don't rush. Selling a rare coin isn't as simple as listing it online. You'll want to have it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts will certify its authenticity and assign it a grade, which directly impacts its market value. Next, consider auctioning your coin through a reputable auction house. Heritage Auctions, Stacksbowers, or Great Collections specialize in high-value coins and can connect you with the right buyers. Remember, the right buyer can make all the difference between a 5-figure payday and $1 million windfall. Imagine walking away with a check that could pay off your mortgage, send your kids to college, or let you retire early. That's the power of spotting the right coin. So, what are you waiting for? That coin in your pocket might be the key to a life you've only dreamed of. Take action today, start checking your change, and don't ignore the hidden treasures in your hands. Hit the like button if you found this inspiring, and subscribe for more tips on uncovering wealth in the most unexpected places. Who knows? Your story could be the next one we share. What if I told you that a humble nickel in your pocket could be worth more than a luxury mansion? Yes, you heard that right. A seemingly ordinary 1964 no-mint mark Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel has been valued at an astounding $1.5 million, and now, imagine this: you're flipping through your loose change, and you stumble upon a coin that could change your life forever. Sounds like a dream? Keep watching, because this is not just a collector's fantasy, this is reality. But before you start tearing apart your couch cushions, let me ask you, when was the last time you even looked closely at a nickel? Exactly. Most people don't, and that's the first mistake. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this nickel so rare, how to check if you own one, and why collectors are willing to pay millions for it. Oh, and here's the kicker: there might be one hiding in plain sight, right under your nose. Let's set the stage. It's 1964. America is booming, and pocket change is a part of everyday life. Little did anyone know that a small batch of nickels minted that year would go on to become the stuff of legend. But what makes the 1964 Monticello nickel without a mint mark so special? Here's the story. In Philadelphia, the U.S. Mint produced millions of nickels that year, but a rare error led to a small subset being struck with incredibly precise and sharp details, a level of craftsmanship collectors call full steps. This distinction is crucial, as it signifies that the steps on Monticello, Jefferson's home, on the reverse side of the coin are fully visible under magnification. Coins like these are rare, especially without a mint mark. Collectors are obsessed with these coins because most nickels from that era have been worn down by decades of circulation. Finding one in mint or near mint condition is like finding a needle in a haystack, or should I say, a fortune in your spare change. But wait, how can you tell if your nickel is worth millions? Don't go anywhere, because I'll break it all down in just a moment. Now, let's talk about grading. The 1964 Monticello nickel's value depends on two critical factors: its condition and whether it has full steps detail. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, and a 1964 nickel with a grade of MS65 or higher, plus those magical full steps, is what makes collectors go wild. And here's where the stakes rise even higher: there are only a handful of these nickels known to exist, which is why they're so valuable. The last known auction sale for one of these coins? A jaw-dropping $1.5 million. Let me put that into perspective. $1.5 million could buy you a sports car, a private island, or, let's be honest, enough avocado toast to last a lifetime. But here's the thing: the window of opportunity to cash in on these coins won't last forever. The market for rare coins is like a roller coaster. 1 minute, it's soaring, the next, it's slowing down. If you think you might have one of these nickels, you need to act fast. Imagine holding onto a potential fortune and missing your chance because you didn't take the time to check. What if your $1 million nickel is sitting in an old jar somewhere, gathering dust, and just how do you ensure you're not passing up a life-changing opportunity? I'll show you exactly how to identify one of these rare coins right after this. Alright, here's the moment you've been waiting for. How to check if your nickel is one of these rare treasures. To examine the year, start by looking at the date. 1964 is a must. Check for the mint mark. There should be no mint mark on the coin. If you see a D or S, sorry, but it's not the one we're looking for. Inspect the steps, grab a magnifying glass and look at Monticello on the reverse side. Can you see the full steps clearly? If they're sharp and unbroken, congratulations, you've got something special. Condition matters. Is your coin shiny and free of scratches or dents? The closer it is to mint condition, the higher its value. And hey, if you're squinting and thinking, do I even own a magnifying glass? Don't worry, you're not alone. Many local coin dealers will evaluate your nickel for you. So, what's next? If you think you found a 1964 no mint mark Monticello nickel with full steps, don't just toss it back in your jar of change. Take action. Get it graded by a professional and consult with a reputable coin dealer or auction house, and remember, fortunes favor the bold. The next time you're sorting through spare change, take a closer look. You might just discover the key to your dream lifestyle. Imagine the possibilities: paying off debts, traveling the world, or simply living life on your terms, and who knows? That small coin in your pocket right now might be the start of your $1 million story. What if I told you that an old nickel, something you might have casually tossed into a jar or forgotten in a drawer, could be worth a life-changing $1.4 million? Yes, you heard that right, $1.4 million. Before you dismiss this as just another too good to be true story, let me ask, have you ever checked the date or mint mark on your old coins? No? Well, that small detail might be the key to unlocking your dream lifestyle. Stay tuned, because in this video, we're diving deep into the 1962 no mint mark Jefferson nickel, the coin that's quietly taking the numismatic world by storm. And who knows? This might just be your ticket to a millionaire's lifestyle, but here's the catch: most people will overlook it and lose out. Will that be you? Let's find out. The 1962 no mint mark Jefferson nickel isn't just another coin. It's a symbol of America's rich history, minted during a time of global tensions in the Cold War era. But what makes it so special? Here's the deal: most Jefferson nickels from 1962 were minted in Philadelphia or Denver. But a select few never received a mint mark, and this tiny error turned these coins into treasures sought after by collectors worldwide. It's like finding a rare autograph hidden in plain sight. Imagine this: your grandfather gives you a dusty jar of coins. You roll your eyes, thinking, great, now I'm a coin babysitter. Little did you know that one of those nickels could have been the golden ticket to retiring early. And now, before you go running to your coin jar, let's dig a little deeper. Here's where things get thrilling. The 1962 no mint mark Jefferson nickel is considered a numismatic gem because of its scarcity and condition. Collectors and auction houses drool over these coins, especially if they are in pristine, uncirculated condition. In fact, one of these coins recently shattered expectations, selling for over $1 million at auction. Think about that for a second: a single coin turning someone into a millionaire overnight. Why is it worth so much? Rarity. Very few of these coins exist. Condition. Coins with minimal wear command top dollar demand. Serious collectors are willing to pay astronomical prices to own this piece of history. But how do you know if your nickel is the real deal? What signs should you look for? Stick around, because in just a moment, I'll share the 3 steps to identify if you're sitting on a $1 million fortune. Now comes the $1 million question, literally. How do you know if you have the 1962 no mint mark Jefferson nickel? Check the date, flip your nickel and look for the year 1962. This is step 1, you can't skip it. Look for the mint mark, pay close attention. If there's no mint mark under Monticello, on the coin's reverse side, you may be holding something valuable. Evaluate the condition, this is crucial. Coins in mint condition fetch the highest prices. If your coin looks worn or damaged, don't lose hope, it could still be valuable. And now, if you're squinting at your coin and can't even tell which side is heads or tails, you might need a magnifying glass and maybe a little patience. Once you've done these checks, don't just rush to the first buyer. Reach out to reputable coin dealers or professional grading services like PCGS or NGC to certify your coin's value. Certification is the golden stamp that separates a regular nickel from a $1 million masterpiece, but here's the kicker: opportunities like this don't last forever. As more collectors hunt for these nickels, their value could skyrocket or disappear entirely. Will you act, or will this opportunity slip through your fingers? Imagine paying off your mortgage, traveling the world, or building generational wealth, all because of a single nickel you didn't even know you had. That dream could be your reality. So, don't wait. Check your old coin collections today. And if you find that elusive 1962 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel, don't hesitate, get it appraised and change your life. And here's the best part: this isn't the only rare coin worth a fortune. In my next video, I'll reveal another everyday coin that's turning people into millionaires. Subscribe now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss it.